Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Mildenhall. And today it's all about announcements today. And I'm just going to make sure I get myself completely set up. And we shall see what's going on. There we go. Right. So today is all about, like I said, hello Diesel and Freight Spot. Welcome. Bradford Junction, hello, welcome to the stream. It isn't going to be much of a stream, it's just more to give you some updates as to what's happening, what's going on. And hello John Warner, welcome to the stream. Anthony from Strathmore, welcome to the stream. And sorry, how am I? Yeah, sorry. Me and text speak. I'm a bit slow on that. Maybe because you're a teacher, you're kind of more up on the lingo than I am. And hello, emo8765. Been a long time. Nice to see you on the stream. So today, like I said, there isn't a huge amount going on. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll run some trains in the background. Hello, I like transport. It's not going to be a very long stream. It's just literally because I wanted to talk to you. Thank you, Anthony. Yes, I do try. Yes, I know who you are, Emo8765. It has been a long time. So I'm just going to run. I'm going to run a 50 at the moment, and surprise, surprise. But my 50 that's running today, Revenge, hasn't actually been very happy. So it's and I think my controller might be playing up. I don't know why, but it's decided to uncouple itself. Like I said, my 50 has been misbehaving today, and I'm not quite sure why. So I'm going to run. Oh, sorry, that's me pressing the wrong buttons. This is what happens when you do live streaming. I'm going to run, actually, I'm also going to run the HST, but the HST is quite loud. So I'll give you some updates on the layout so far. Basically, I've done a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Yes, I've got to catch up with a lot of people, Anthony, and so hello, Cotsmore, Dave, welcome to the stream. So I've done a lot of behind the scenes stuff with this layout recently. Firstly, what I'll show you is, you might actually see that my Powerhall 66 is on the track. It's over there. So it's now up and running. Hello Ned's Trains, welcome to the stream. So yes, so my Powerhall 66 is now running. So that's been one of the odd jobs I've been doing. And I'm glad to have it back online. Hello David Atkins, welcome to the stream. One of the other things I've been doing, like I said, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. That's not really very interesting. Let's see if I can show you. You can see that there's a handle here. So this has been to allow me to pull the layout back, and if I sort of go down even further, what I've been doing is a lot of woodwork down below to basically shore up. Hello Anita Jones, welcome to the stream. So basically, so you can see that I've been doing some woodwork down below in order to strengthen the layout, and so it's all those kind of niggly bits that have taken time. But they do affect the layout, obviously, because it's making it more rigid and more sturdy. But I mean, in terms of appearance on the top, it hasn't made a huge amount of difference. But what has made a bit of difference is I've been doing some work over at the station end. And before we go there, I want to show you something else. I got this. And this is a cushion from the London Underground D-stop train to match my seat. So if I just stand up, you can see my London Underground chair. So I've got some cushions to match my and Yeah, I wish I could actually, Dave, but I don't have any. So, yeah, I know there is a bit of glare. Um, so we'll look at it like this. Now, what I'm going to do is if I can get, let me see if I can get you up even higher. I was going to see if I can get you up even higher, because what I wanted to show you is I wanted to show you what I've been doing up at the station and before I do. The thing is, I don't really want to move the camera too much because my live streams have been a bit shady in terms of the picture quality. So I don't really want to go and do too much on moving the camera around. Also, something else I've been doing behind the scenes is actually to do with John Warner. And if you don't know who's John Warner, then it's Piccadilly Model Railway, and he's on here tonight. And Basington D. You want that chair? Yeah, well, actually, hopefully I'm not going to inadvertently switch you off. So let me see if I can, right, okay. So this is going to be kind of a bit of handheld work. So this is my chair. So this has come from the London Underground, London Underground D-stop train, and it comes from stop number 7510. So that was the train it came out of. The actual cushions actually came from the same train. No, I won't be going to Warley this year, but there are some announcements to do with that, which I'll deal with later. So this is some of the woodwork that I've been doing underneath the board to try and make it more rigid. Obviously the unpainted stuff is the stuff that I've added, and that's just purely to make it... Yeah, thank you, I made that. Yeah, that's my railway chair. And if we go over the layout, I'm going to show you what I've been doing at the station. Thanks, Dave. I've been installing, don't know if you can see it, some AWS ramps, which the HST is about to go over. I've also added, I don't know if you can see it, some of this scale model scenery catch pits. I've only just added the frames. So that's something else that I have done. So let's go back to here. My apologies again for the glare. So bear with me a minute whilst I put you back up on here. So what are the announcements that I'm going to make? Well, last year, and in fact, if I stop, where's my 50? There's my 50. Let me see if I can stop this 50 right now as it comes into view. Bear with me a minute. It's just coming into view. Right, so. Right, we're just going to wait for the HST to go past because he's about to photobomb us. Because I really wanted to talk to you quickly about one of the announcements. Now, last year, me and Dave went to Folkestone. And Folkestone is where I got these wagons here. Yeah, obviously I'm running the 50, I am. But I'm just going to stop the HST actually. We'll keep that quiet for a minute. Right, so last year I picked up these wagons and those VTG wagons from Folkestone. And the Folkestone Model Railway exhibition happens to have been brought forward, and it's now going to be at the end of this month, which is going to be September the 28th and September the 29th. Now, Paul from Sandling Junction has asked me whether I was going, and it's something that I would like to do. However, that being said, I'm due an operation any time now. So I'm waiting to hear from the hospital what the date will be. So I'm hoping to go, but I can't confirm as to whether I can or cannot go. So I'm literally waiting for the hospital to give me a date for when I go in and to have my operation. So I just wanted to say that if I'm able to make the Folkestone show, which is at the end of this month, and that would be on the Sunday that I'd go, which is the 29th, I would go to that. Also, the Great Electric Train Show, the Hornby Electric Train Show, is also. Am I still live? I just hope I am. Yes. So the Great Electric Train Show, I believe, is on Saturday. Bear with me a minute. Then Sunday, the 12th and the 13th of October, and I'm hoping to make it to that. But again, it is all basically permitting on when this operation is going to be and where I'm going to be fit to go. So I do want to go, but I have to be honest, I cannot make any promises as to whether I can or will go. So like I said, it's really, because I had a great time in Folkestone last year, and oh good. Yeah, that's cool. And so I wanted to sort of say to you guys that let you know that I am going to have this operation for a start, and like I said, it is literally in a any time now. That's probably the best word to use. So it could be within the next few weeks, it could be within the next few days. I really don't know. It's scheduled for the beginning of October, but it might be either side slightly. It might be just before the beginning of October or just after. So if I can make the Great Electric Train Show, it's something that I wanted to do because last year I went and met some lovely people, and I met a load of fellow YouTubers, including John Warner and Graham Allen from Dragon Junction, to name but a few, and I've met a few others as well. I went with Gary as well. I took Rails with me, and it was a good laugh. Richard over New Junction was another one I met, and there's probably a few more that I met as well that I can't remember, and forgive me if you were one of them. So I really want to go back there, and I think it's because it's in Milton Keynes. I think it's quite suitable for a lot of people to make it there, and so I'd like to be able to attend that if I can this year. But like I said, it really is going to be on the cusp. So the other thing is, I did start talking about John Warner, and I do want to finish what I was going to say because I'd actually gone off on a tangent and forgot what I was going to do. Now, John, over the last few days, well, over the last week or so, 2 weeks, has put up a couple of sound videos and how to do train announcements and stuff like that. So I've been playing around with that, and I've created some of my own train announcements, and so that's another thing that I've been doing. I haven't used exactly the same programs that he's used. I did use the same first program that he used, which I think was called Text and Speech or something by Microsoft, I think it was, and basically that works really well. And his tip on how to get the pronunciations right was also very helpful. The one particularly that he used was Reading, which actually is quite prominent for me because Reading is only just down the road, and I do use Reading. So how to actually get them to actually speak it rather and say it isn't the same as how you'd actually write it. So it's really quite useful and interesting videos that he'd actually put up, which I really liked. The other program he put up that he was using with it, yeah, text to speech, that's right, and that's a free download from Microsoft. Now he also used another program, which I can't remember what it was called, but it was a paid program, which is very good. Now and he also mentioned a free software program, which I tried, but that really wasn't very good, to be honest, in my view. However, I did use a program called NCH software, and I've managed to use between the text and speech and the NCH software to create my own announcements. And I also managed to download some chimes from before when I was over at Behringer, and I saved all them MP3 files into a separate file. So I've been able to add the chimes as well as the written the text speech to the announcement. And yes, Magics. I was using NCH software, and the thing was, it was really good. And I mean, I played around with it. I've only done a couple of couple of announcements, and I haven't really set it up anywhere on the layout or anything like that, but I will be aiming to do stuff like that. So that's something else I've been doing, and I found that really, really useful, and really adds to the environment, which I think is really, really good. I haven't tried any of the GaugeMaster urban noises that he did actually buy one of them. I can't remember which one it was, but it sounded really, really good. And but I haven't really tried any of that. I've only gone as far as possibly doing some of the announcements on the station platforms. But like I said, at the end of the month is Folkestone, so I'm hoping to go to Folkestone because you can pick up these kind of wagons from there, because they use the continental kind of wagons, and because Folkestone is near the sea, you get a lot of continental modelers that come over, and traders that come over as well and sell some of that continental stuff. So you can pick up some of these wagons from there. So that might be something that I might be looking to do. I also quite like going to Folkestone. It's a nice place, and I'd like to see how Folkestone Harbour Station has progressed since me and Dave went last year, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go back this year, all being well. But like I said, I'm not entirely certain when everything's going to be sorted out as such. So let's get some more trains. Let's get the trains moving again. So we'll. Now the HST that's running is my Lima HST, which is DCC chipped, and so it's not the Hornby one, but I've got two. I'm always looking to, and I'm also trying to get my own run, because Kev Bygrave had asked about my 50s event, and like I said, I'm still very quiet for a Lima. I don't know. It's not a bad runner actually, but yeah, it's running all right. I mean, I've got two Hornby ones which are better, but I still haven't chipped any of them. Oh right. I tell you what, I did see, Dave. I went to Guildford for my hospital appointment. I popped into Kerno's, and basically I saw the Real Tracks East Midlands 156, which is no more in real life. It's now EMR. They call it EMR now, which I don't really like it, to be honest. I don't really like the livery either. So, but yeah, it's not really my thing. But the Real Tracks 156 East Midlands trains looks absolutely spot on. It looks absolutely superb. So I really like it. But it's not really my part of the world, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I don't know if any of you have got any questions or anything like that. Like I said, it isn't much of an update because not a huge amount has been done since I last spoke to you. Yeah, it is. Have you actually seen the new livery? The new livery is like a deep purple, and I like purple, but you know, it's I don't know. It's kind of maybe it's because it's I just like the colours of the East Midlands trains, especially the HSTs. I would, if I had my 68 with me. I did think of you actually the other day because I was going to run it. Danny, is it Danny Boy? Yeah, Danny Boy 6483, yes. The back scenes, well, I'm actually coming to do them soon, actually. They're going to be exactly the same as what I did at Ringwood South, because I'm trying to bring to this layout what I've learnt from other layouts and what I've liked from other layouts to bring onto this one. And what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to use white hardboard and then spray on the sky like I did at Ringwood South. And but I might be experimenting with the colours. So at one end I might make it like the weather's a bit naff and it's a bit grey and overcast, and then on the other side that the weather's actually improving and it looks quite nice and sunny. So I might be experimenting with a few of the colours, but with the same techniques. I'm a great fan of a channel called Andy Peters. If you haven't come across him, go and have a look. And he did actually do a tutorial on or a class where he actually recorded it on how to do back scenes and things like that. And I watched it and I thought it was really nice because whenever I saw his layout before, I always liked the back scenes. And the thing is, with the back scenes that I'm doing, which I got from him, is it doesn't matter how big your layout is, the sky will always match. Because when you buy back scenes from ID back scenes, or you buy from other companies, not just ID back scenes, but even Gauge Master or anything, if you haven't quite got the right length, then you're trying to mix and match, and that's the thing. So that's why I quite like the idea of doing it myself, because then I know it's all going to match, regardless of what the length of the layout is. Yeah, I do like the EMR HSTs. How much of the Horby Elite? I don't know these days, to be honest. And hurry up and replace them with 800s. Yeah, I like the LNER 800s. Probably bringing them out. That's going to be cool. I think that will be brilliant. BNT Transport, welcome to the stream. So I didn't actually say hello. 150 to 180 for an Elite. Show Henley, welcome to the stream. Yes, I still have my Elite and I still use it. I tend to use it for programming. So I've only got 2 trains running at the moment today, just because they just happen to be on the track. And hello John A. Dawson, welcome to the stream. So yeah, well, I have got my name down for a, just changing the subject slightly, maybe a controversial thing, but I've got my name down for a Hatton 66. And that's only because Batman don't do delivery in that 66. Otherwise I'd buy a Batman version because I'm happy enough with the Batman. So I mean, I love my Batman 66s. So, but unfortunately they don't do delivery. So I'm going to be getting it via Hattons when they come out. Apparently it's due for release in December sometime. And if you're wondering which one it is, it's the Flying Dustbin. All right. Yes, Dave Engage. Hello, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've said hello to you, so welcome to the stream. Yes, the one I'm getting is the Biffa Trains Orange Flying Dustbin. I think it's Flying Dustbin or Flying Dustman. I'm not sure which one exactly. I would have liked to have got the Batman version, but they don't do it. I don't think they've got any plans. But I do have that one just brought back into service. Yeah, Dustman, there you go. Yeah, I couldn't remember whether it's Dustman or Dustbin. I couldn't remember which way around it is. Yeah, so I'm still trying to catch up. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. Yeah, I haven't got any Hornby 66s, and to be honest with you, they're not really my bag, if I'm being honest. I'd rather have the Batman ones. And the thing is, you can still get a really good Batman one for a reasonable price as well. So, I mean, the thing that puts me off is, of the Hornby ones, is just no lights and the traction tyres. But then again, that being said, they're doing it for a reason, they're doing it for a price, and if that, obviously you've got to suit people's budgets. So, you know, if you can afford to pay the extra and get them the better version maybe, then you do it. But obviously they know that not everybody can afford to do it and stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing with Batman, you don't know when it's going to turn up. And I'm also quite interested in testing the Hatton 66 just to see how they compare, really. I would have liked to have got the Freightliner in orange. Hello, Scrapline, welcome to the stream. I would have liked to have got the Freightliner in orange by by Batman, but they don't do it either. Medway Peninsula Model Railway, welcome to the stream. I'm going to have to just quickly just chat. It's really whizzing by now. Yeah, vaccines are my next thing, to be honest. Yeah, you can get lighting kits, probably from Express Models or something like that. You can get lighting kits. So just as a quick recap, because we've had quite a few people join the stream since I started. Basically, my apologies if you do get any glare from the back. I need to sort out some curves and things like that. So basically, the announcements are that the Folkestone Model Railway Show is at the end of this month, which is on the 28th and 29th of September. And I will be going to, if I can go, then I will be going on the 29th to Folkestone, which is a Sunday. But like I did mention earlier, I am scheduled to have an operation in hospital at any time, so I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to be able to attend, all depending whether or not I've had the operation, whether I'm fit and well to go and travel. Also, like I said, I do want to go to the Great Electric Train Show in October, which is another one I've got penciled in. And again, if I go, it will be probably the Sunday, but again, it all depends on my operation as to whether or not I can go. And that will be on the 12th and 13th of October. So if you guys can keep me posted if you're planning on going to any of these events, then I'd be interested, because if I can try and meet some of you or all of you, then that would be great. I can imagine that quite a few of you will probably go to the Great Electric Train Show. Right, which one are you after, Diesel and Freight Spotter? If you're after the Great Electric Train Show, that's in Milton Keynes at the new big arena. You can Google that, so that'll be on Google. The Folkestone Model Railway Show is in Folkestone itself, and it's at the Lee Cliffs Hall in Folkestone, and it's always a great show. I always enjoy going, so I'm hoping to go. Yeah, I hope so, because it'd be nice to see you again, John. I'd love to. I didn't really spend much time chatting to you the last time. I think I briefly spoke to you, so it'd be nice just to sort of have a good chinwag with people. So yeah, like I said, the internet is the railway modeller's best friend at the moment, because again, if it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't be having YouTube, and we wouldn't be having all these discussions, and we wouldn't be meeting fellow YouTubers. So yeah, so it's really good to sort of go on the internet and check. And bear with me, as luck would have it, my mum is trying to call me on FaceTime. So, Mum, I'm on YouTube, so that's why I can't speak to Mum. So I'll speak to her later on. I'm just running some trains, having fun with you guys for now. So yeah, so I'm really happy, and I'm happy with my intermodals. I'm hoping to get more. Peter Shaw, nice to see you. And I do love your 67. That sounds really cool. Your DB Schenker, I did watch that. So that was really good. And that runs with the Arriva Trains Wales, which is also another company that's a bit messed up with all the branding going along. There seems to be a lot of it at the moment, of trains being debranded and being rebranded and being repainted and in the process of being repainted. I mean, you look at South Western Railway, and you know they've had the franchise for a little while now, and there's still a long way to go on repainting all their trains and things like that. They're getting there, but like I said, it does take time. Right, are you? Right. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I like going to Folkestone. Yeah, so there's a lot of characters going to Folkestone Model Railway Show, and that's why I like going. And you always pick up these kind of odd wagons, which is just sort of coming on the back of this 50. I guess you're being photobombed again by the HST. But those are the ones I picked up in Folkestone last year. And like I said, there's a lot of continental modellers that go there. So you can pick up some of the sort of more rarer wagons. Yeah, I think. Hello, NER1946. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think the 158s on the ATWs are basically nearly not too far off done, and I can imagine because they're the ones, obviously, all the ones that they want to keep. The rollers that they want to keep, they're the ones that they're going to get repainted first. Like I think the 175s. They've done a lot of those as well. Right, oh, okay. With your layout. Oh, that sounds good, Danny boy. I've never been to Bury St Edmunds, so I don't know what's kind of show. I'd like to get to more shows further afield, actually, if I could. It's like doing my train spotting. I've been doing a few bits further afield. I've been going to Oxford and stuff, but I'd like to go even further. I mean, because Oxford's not very far from here, but I'd like to go a bit further. But like I said, it's all kind of dependent. Oh, right. Fennec. Yes, I do know Fennec TMD. Yes, I do. I do. I've seen that before. Yeah, I've seen that. Yes, that's the BR Blue 00 gauge layout, which is, it's not very big, but it's really, really good, isn't it? It's really interesting. I think if that's sort of, if memory serves me right, I think I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I have seen it. I really like it. So I'm assuming it's Bury St Edmunds, quite a big show then. I'm assuming it is. So yeah, I'd like to go to do more shows. I used to when I was younger. So yeah. 70th anniversary, so it must be quite big. Oh, that's a pity. I mean, like I said, I have no idea where it is, and but it would be, yeah, I'd like to do some of the more. There's certain shows on my calendar. I go, those are the ones that I really like to pencil in and say, if I can make it, I definitely want to go to those ones. And the Folkestone one and the Great Electric Train Show is one of are both of those that are on my radar. And also I've got a couple of my local shows which are like FebX, which is in Alton, that's in February. And then you've got Southampton, and then there's Basingstoke. So those ones that are kind of relatively local to me, I'd like to try and get to. But I do want to sort of broaden my horizons a bit and go a little bit further, if I can do. So, is there any... So you owned Warren Lane. Oh, I loved Warren Lane. Oh, that was one of my favourite layouts, that was, Warren Lane. I loved Warren Lane. I loved the container terminal. I mean, you've done such a grand job on that, and it's something that that I really love. And so I'll show you my crane. It's very diddy, very small, if I can show it to you. Woo! Sorry for kicking it. So that's my crane there. But as it so happens, let me just mention something else. If any of you are interested in doing a container terminal, Lima do a fantastic crane, which I didn't know about until after I'd done Volmer. And the reason why I haven't swapped it over is because I was already committed to using this one. I was already made the tracks in the filler. But Lima do a fantastic crane. It's a non-operating crane, I believe, but it's a very good likeness, and it's very cheap. It's about 30 odd pounds, and I think if it's something that you'd like to do, I think that would be the best one in the budget range, because the ones that Warren Lane were using, they're using the really expensive Belgian ones, which cost, I think it's about 700 quid or something like that, if my memory serves me right. So there was a lot. It's very expensive. So if you're more budget conscious, Helgen, yeah. Well, somebody said to me that you bought an additional crane. To use as spares, because spares were getting very difficult to find for those. I think I had a conversation. I might have had a conversation with one of you. I can't remember, but it kind of has a kind of recollection in my mind. So yes. So if any of you got anything else to say, please feel free to do so, because I'm about to sort of wrap it up. So I just wanted to thank everybody for joining the stream. And like I said, I'll give you one more look at my sort of railway chair for those of you who missed it. That was something else. So I'll take that. I'll take it off. Ooh. And we'll kind of So that's my railway chair from the District Line D stock with a cushion to match. And here is my layout as things stand, and here is my container terminal as things stand also. So hopefully soon I'll have the back scenes up. Okay. Right, okay. Okay. I shouldn't show you over there because it's a bit messy over there. Hang on a sec. Right. Yeah, I made that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down because John has asked to hear the railway announcements. So let me just shut down. That's that one shut down. It's more the 43 HS2 because that makes a lot of noise. I'm just going to pull it into the station and we'll shut it down. There we go. In you go. In you go. Oh, lovely. Dave's Railway Adventures. Welcome to the stream. That's my buddy, that is. Everyone say hello to Dave. Also known as Rails, my partner in crime. So, give me one moment whilst I... So we're going to use it through my good speaker. And so, let me just get my laptop. You can see I'm totally unprepared for this. Right, so, here we go. Right, so, if I... Sorry, that's just me throwing my mouse. Right, okay. Let's see if this will... Right, this is one that I... Now, we'll play this one. This is Stand Well Clear. So let's see how this comes out. Hopefully it's not... Let's see how... If it's too low, let me know.
Stand well away from the edge of platform 1. The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station.
So that was that one. Did you hear it all right? Or was that too low? If it was too low, let me know and I'll play it again.
Stand well away from the edge of platform 1. The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station.
So that was that one. Okay, let's try it. Do you want me to max it out? I'll max it out. This might be too loud, but here we go. I'll bring the speaker a bit closer.
Stand well away from the edge of platform 1. The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station.
So now this is one of the chimes that I picked up from I can't remember which was the website, and I prefer the second one. See what you think. This is the first one. So that's the first one. See what you think of the second one. So I actually quite like the second one. So let me try and do, I'm going to do one of the other ones that I've done with chime. Right, this is with chime. Here's another one I did. Oh, if I can do it.
Platform 2 for the South West train service to London Waterloo. Calling at Surbiton, Clapham Junction and London Waterloo. This train is formed of 4 coaches. Platform 2 for the South West train service to London Waterloo.
So that was another one I did. You like the second chime? Oh, wait a minute. We've got a bit of a debate going. Some said they like the first one. So shall we do the top chimes again? So this is the first one. Now I got these two off a website. I can't remember which sites I got. So that's the second one. You can understand the words, so it must be perfect. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, this is another one that I got elsewhere. This isn't one that I made, but I liked it and I managed to find it. It was some sort of website like British Railway Announcements or something. I can't remember, it was ages ago. But see what you think. I think we can do this one.
Ticket checks are in operation at this station. Please have your ticket ready for inspection.
So that was another one, and I did another one which was a GWR. I think this one, I don't know if this one's got the chime in it. Oh, this is another one I didn't do. I'll show you another one I didn't do, so you can hear it.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station. Luggage left unattended may be removed without quarantine or destroyed or damaged by the security services.
Now this was another one that I picked up off that website. I can't remember what so you can tell because it sounds better and it sounds more authentic. I don't know who did it exactly. What's this one? Let's try this one.
Platform 2 for the 11:52 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. Calling at London Paddington only. Platform 2 for the Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
So that's what I've sort of been messing around with. It isn't much, but I mean it's been quite fun actually. I found that it's very tricky to get the pitch right and the voice right because depending on which program you use, it can be quite tricky because the the NCH software second chime. Well, I personally prefer the second chime, and that's my personal view. But the NCH software, you can change pitch and you can change all these kind of like all these weird, and it's very difficult because I don't understand it, and so I had to really play around with it. And the good thing is that I found one I liked. Thank you, John, and it's thanks to you, really. I mean, because I sort of knew it could be done, but you were the one that kind of gave me the impetus because it was that initial program to convert. What was it again? Text to speech, I think. Oh, yeah, there you go. Rails is off to Nuneaton tomorrow. So he's off on the railway jolly tomorrow to Nuneaton, so that should be cool. So there you go, you can record some station announcements and see what you think. Yeah, well, Nuneaton's a very good place to go. So let's hear this chime again, number 2. There you go. See, there you go. I quite like it. So I've kind of messed around with some of these announcements to try and get what I think will work for me. I need to work out how I'm going to put it in terms of speakers and things like that. Because John might be able to help me with this because he was. If you've got, I'm assuming that obviously you'd want a speaker on. Hello, going out. Welcome to the stream, and NE66 is running well. I'm about to shut down soon. Actually, we've just been running trains, and I'm about to shut down the stream. But what I was going to say is, you can't run 2 different announcements from the same laptop. I'm guessing because it will be streamed through either one speaker or stereo speaker. So you'd have to have, I guess, one method of playing it through one platform and another method of playing it on the other one, I'm assuming. Yeah, they probably do still mind the gap. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so yeah, they do mind the gap. Mind the gap tends to be on the London Underground where they kind of go, mind the gap, please, mind the gap, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hello Philip, welcome to the stream. We've been going for about 44 minutes, and yeah, I'm glad that you guys I like what I have been playing with. Like I said, I've been using the NCH software, and I don't know if I can sort of right. So I mean, it's very difficult to explain it, but you can, this is I'm going to try and show it to you, but this is a program that I'm using, NCH software, and it's called WavePad, and I've been messing around with that, and to get announcements is quite a difficult thing, because as John demonstrated, in terms of actually getting the text to speech sound is quite easy enough with that program. It's actually getting it to sound realistic enough and believable enough that when you play it on your layout or something, that it just doesn't sound like a regular person just going, yeah, it's like 1532 Alton calling out, and it doesn't sound, you haven't got that kind of atmosphere, and it's just trying to create that atmosphere and that believability. Okay, that might be, yes. See, that might be a video for John to do. Sorry, John, I've just given you some more work. So, like I said, I will try and show you. I mean, the thing is with the NCH WavePad software, which I'm using, you can save your settings. So once you've found the settings that you like, you can save those settings, and then all the rest you could just copy, regardless of what announcement you put in there. So if you put mind the gap, is one of them that you've saved, but if you did another one, because you saved the actual settings, it would still sound the same even though it's got the different words. So like I said, I'm going to love you and leave you because we've been going for about 46 minutes now. I'm not going to throw my laptop like I threw my my mouse, because that might be yeah, well, sorry, I actually just announced it on Facebook. I wasn't really sure. I wasn't really sure if I'm going to do it or not. So, like I said, bear with me. I haven't just gone. Put my laptop away. Right. So, just before I go, just to reiterate, here's my new cushion to go in my railway chair. That if, like I said, if I can make it to Folkestone, I will go to Folkestone on the Sunday, the 29th of September. If I can make it. I'm hoping to make it because it's something that I'd like to do. I was hoping to do it with Rails, but I think Rails is working, and I don't think he'll be able to make it, which is a bit of a shame really, because I had such a fabulous time with him when we went to Folkestone, and the weather wasn't the best, and he'll tell you that, but it was such a brilliant day out nonetheless, and one of the highlights for me was seeing Folkestone Harbour Station in the making, and actually just sitting by the lighthouse listening to the music. It was such a brilliant day out, and if you want to capture some of that with me, then by all means, there is a video on it on this channel, so of our day trip to Folkestone, and basically if you are available and you'd like to come to Folkestone, I'm hoping to make it on the 29th of September, which is the Sunday. That is my plan. Whether or not that happens, like I said, I am expecting an operation imminently, so I don't know when that's going to be. So it could be, I might be fit, I might not be, it might be literally out of my control. Yes, that's another one. Yes, that's another one that I'd like to add on. Yes, Medway Peninsula Model Railway. And finally, just before I go, the other one is the Great Electric Train Show coming up, which is on the 12th and 13th of October. Now I'm scheduled to be working on the Saturday, and so if I'd go, it'd be the Sunday. However, that being said, again, it's all dependent on me being fit and whether or not I had the operation or not. So if I can go to that, I really want to go to that, because so many of you turned up last year, and I had a fabulous time meeting you guys, that I'd really like to share that experience with you guys again. So yeah, so I'm really sorry for that. So like I said, before the light goes completely on me, until the next time, it's goodbye from Mildenhall, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me. It's been really fun tonight, and your interaction has been absolutely fabulous with me, and I really loved chatting to all of you guys. So until the next time, it's goodbye from Mildenhall. Bye bye.